I I don't think that Clarence was critical of Kevin at all. I think that who was critical of Kevin was Hillman, because I think it was his cousin and they had some history or something. I thought Kevin was a fine drummer, and I think the job that he did on Sweetheart of the Rodeo was fine, really good. I don't know that they put me up to all the same tunes that he played on. I don't even remember the tunes that we played. I don't think they were really that critical. I think they were getting rid of Kevin, and I think pretty much they had already decided that Chris and Roger had decided that if Clarence wanted me, that I would be in, and it was just sort of an exercise. Let's see if I think Chris said, "I just want to see if I can play with him," and he found that he could. And so I was in, and we played one or two gigs, and then Chris moved on to the Burrito Brothers, and I think he had that in his mind to begin with. I don't think he really cared who was playing drums for the Byrds, because he was done with the Byrds. Sweetheart of the Rodeo was an interesting project to me, and I was there in the studio watching some of it be recorded, because Clarence was on board on that deal. And what was really fascinating to me was the steel guitar players, J.D. Manis and Lloyd Green, because they were incredible to watch. And I thought it was an interesting project, and I enjoyed the fact that they were doing some somewhat traditional country in a new way. And the other part of your question was, what did I think of the Byrds, or what my opinion was of the Byrds before I joined. And I really wasn't that aware of the Byrds, pro or con. I was more into straight out country and bluegrass. Prior to going into the Byrds, I had met Graham, and we actually did a project with him, a pilot project that was put up by Eddie Tickner, who was one of the original managers of the Byrds, where I believe it was Clarence, myself, Graham, maybe it was Chris Hillman was playing bass. It's hard for me to remember. And we did a pilot project. We did 2 or 3 tunes, and I have no idea where those tapes are, but they came out quite good. Nothing else was really done with them. But I met Graham at that time. Sullen, sort of elusive. Couldn't really get direct contact with him. Graham Parsons had a great reverence for traditional country music, and I respected him for that, and he was really genuine with his interest in that. And he was clearly a gifted songwriter. I enjoyed his treatment of keyboard. I liked the way he played the piano. I don't think that he was particularly special in any way as far as a vocalist, although his style is very pleasing and unique, I suppose, because it seems to be pretty honest and unaffected. I didn't really see anything real special about Graham, other than the fact that he was unusually very interested in country music, and his songwriting was fantastic. Oh yeah, and their live performances, the Burrito Brothers live performances were very much helped out by and made wonderful by Graham's keyboard playing. Between Graham's keyboard playing and Sneaky's pedal steel, they had a very unique sound. And of course, Chris Etheridge's bass playing was unique. Oh, absolutely. I think that it's completely possible that Roger wanted to have Graham on board because of his skill with the keyboards.